Hey everybody. Happy Monday. Okay, let's see. I think I want to share this. Alright guys, happy Monday. If you're catching me on the replay, then let me know what state you're watching from. If you're catching me here, let me know what state you're watching from. And if you are catching me on YouTube, then reach out. Alright guys, I'm sitting in my car, which is where I always am on Monday afternoons, because it's ballet. My daughter takes ballet on Monday, gymnastics on Friday. Alright, I can't see who's watching me. You guys say hey to me. I always feel like I'm in here talking to myself in the car. People are looking at me. People are sitting in their cars probably thinking like, what is this crazy person doing? Well, I'm working, you know? Alright, so at least if you guys could talk to me, it would make me feel a little less crazy, right? Alright, so I'm losing some people, I'm gaining some people. Look at this. I straightened my hair today, and then I walked cruising to ballet, and it's raining. So look at this curl. Hey, Amanda. Alright, guys, so I've added a lot of new friends recently, and some of you don't know a lot about me, and some of you probably know too much about me, right? And I'm gonna try to keep it short. Hello, Jennifer. I'm gonna try to keep it pretty short, but I was just thinking about, like, my path in my life and how drastically different it is from what I envisioned it would be. I went to college right after high school. I studied music. I took like 23 credit hours at a time. I lived in the music hall at Marshall University, and I like ate, breathed, slept music. Everything was music. I married Tyler in the middle of that, and like into my second year of college, I continued to live at Smith Music Hall. He continued to live on an ambulance. It did not make for a great marriage. And I graduated with my music degree in 2009, and I became a nanny. And I started working on my master's degree a little bit after that. Tyler and I got a divorce. If y'all don't know that, like, I could talk about that story for about 72 million years. Like, I can't do a quick live on that, but Tyler and I got a divorce. You know, we weren't grown up enough. We thought, like, just this lovey-dovey stuff was enough. We didn't know how to communicate. We didn't know how to work through our issues, and we had some, like, lots, and nobody behaved like a grown-up. So we got a divorce, and it was really hard. I actually got really skinny because I was kind of depressed. So I started working on a master's degree, and I actually married an idiot. I married somebody, a narcissistic, abusive person, because I just wanted to forget about Tyler because I miss him so bad. And, got a master's degree in English as a second language, and then I started teaching English as a second language to international students. It was way fun. Like, I would spend the afternoon with somebody from Western Africa, and I would spend the morning with kids from China, and it was super fun. And then somewhere in the middle, I divorced the mean, abusive man. I make light of it. You can make light of it when you've been through it and you've came to the other side. Like, I did not laugh and make light of it then, but I'm making light of it now. And I could tell you about mine and Tyler's story in detail, and it would take hours, but we're just gonna get the bones, okay? And, somewhere I divorced that crazy man. And I don't believe in divorce, that the person who's been divorced twice, like Ross Geller. I'm like Ross Geller. But, 3 divorces. I've only been divorced twice. But, You know, I really don't believe that God means us to be mistreated as his children, and I was living a rough life. I was being treated like garbage, and so I decided I was worth more than that. I divorced that guy. I started teaching English as a second language. Somewhere along the way, I applied for a music job while I was teaching ESL, and a show choir job, like at a very good, like a school with a really good program. We used to say that in college. Like, we said, choir teachers always said, "Oh, my program." And I jumped into show choir. I remarried. I got hired in show choir in July. I married Tyler in June of 15. I got hired in show choir in July the very next month. I found out I was pregnant with Cruz in August, and I just took a job that required me to work like 80 hours a week. But it was fun, and Tyler and I had some fun. Gosh, we loved those teenagers, and it was like a fun, like, some of it was fun, some of it was not so fun. I considered myself to be pretty educated, you know, master's degree, always continuing my education, working with students, surrounding myself with educators, and I was a music teacher, and I loved it. But what was missing was that my kid was growing up either in the school building, being passed around with teenagers, which was fun for everybody for a while. But somebody else, like during competition season, I got some in my eye. A crub. We always say, like, those are crubbies. You got eye crubbies. You know, like, during competition season, like, we traveled every weekend. I worked at least 80 hours a week. I felt like I never had clean laundry. There was always dishes in the sink. There was no time for anything except school, show choir, and sleep. And, you know, lots of times my kid went home with my parents. Somebody else put her to bed. And that was breaking me down, because I knew when I looked back, I was going to regret missing the baby years. I knew that. And I knew, like, I felt like there was like a time bomb ticking. Like, and I still feel the time clock is ticking there. Like, childhood goes so fast for a parent. Like, I know she feels like she's been a kid forever. She's 4, but, you know, like, it's rapid. Like, you blink and she looks different, you know? And, like, you blink and she's practicing her bike without training wheels. And I knew if I worked her whole life the way I was working right then, that I was gonna have some serious regrets by the time she was a grown-up. So I know people. I had heard about people who lived life a little bit differently, who took the road less traveled, who, you know, shook things up a bit and learned a new trade. And so I started figuring out how to do that. And, hey, Tammy, and where that led me is to who I am right now. It was, you know, I've been a network marketer now. In January, it'll be 3 years. And, my gosh, it's been there's ups and downs. It's been quite a roller coaster ride. But you know what I learned? What I learned is that I'm not sure if I value my degrees as much as I did. I'm convinced that some of the most successful people in the world and in America are not people who conform to the wheel, to the cog, but who learn how to think outside of the box, who learn how to make their own way, who take the less traveled entrepreneurs, right? I don't need my master's degree in education to do what I'm doing right now, you know? Maybe I have a Facebook degree. Anyways, that's one of the biggest things I learned. I learned that you can be so successful by going on the path less traveled. And all you need to do guys, you don't need a degree, and you don't need tons of fancy training, and you don't need to be a billionaire, and you don't need to be a makeup artist, and you don't need to be a skincare professional. The only requirements, the only job requirements that there are, I wish you could see my hand because my hand's going crazy over here. The only job requirements that there are is that you have a very strong reason why, and you are a hard worker, and you are determined. Because that why, when you have a strong enough reason why, like I did not want to miss my child's life. Gosh, the rest will fall in. The rest is going to fall into place. You will figure out, you will train yourself in skincare. You will learn how to at least do some kind of decent makeup. The rest will fall into place. You only need a drive, and you only need a very strong reason why. And the strong reason doesn't have to be like as emotional as mine. Maybe it's because you want to get out of debt, right? Maybe it's because you want to retire and live on the beach in a beach house. That's all you need. That's the only 2 job requirements, and the rest you can figure out as you go along. Like, the people in this, it blows my mind, like, on the daily. The people who are ultra successful here started at the bottom. They came from nothing. Like, one of the leaders that I really admire, well, my personal leader, Ashley, my mentor, gosh, lived in an old farmhouse, didn't have enough money to pay the bills. She's now making 6 figures. She wanted more for her family. Her upline, I really look up to. She was living in her father-in-law's basement. I listened to her recently say she had money for like 3 Target sweaters. She would just rotate them when she did her videos. And she's making 7 figures. She is a millionaire. A self-made millionaire. And my master's degree in education was never going to get me there. Okay, I had to cough. I don't have COVID. At least I hope not. Woo! Hold on, let me get a drink of water out of the French cup. So serious. Okay. And I'm not a millionaire yet, but I'm gonna be. And when I get there, I'm gonna teach other people how to be millionaires. Right now, I'm a thousandaire. And I can teach you how to do that because I've already done it. But when I get to be a millionaire, I'm going to teach other people how to be millionaires, how to follow my path. And I'm also going to start a dog rescue. I'd like to start a program for horses and troubled teens. Pair those guys together and let them help each other out. I'd like to pay off all the debt. I'd like to travel with my family. I don't really want to live in a mansion because I don't want to clean it, and I don't want like a stranger in my house either. So, you know, I might move into like a 3-bedroom house. I have big plans, so you guys keep on watching and just know, like, I'm not conceited, but I believe in this system, and I believe in my drive. I believe in my company. I believe in my dedication. And I really believe in my company. Farmasi, like, pays us. There is nowhere I have ever heard that you can take $20 and turn it into hundreds of thousands. Nowhere. And I see it happen. I'm seeing it happen over and over. I was in Turkey in February on a paid vacation, like on a paid trip to see the factory. Right now, there's a group of founders in Turkey now. I'm really jealous because it was like an awesome trip. I want to go back, even though I already did it. This is the place. If you are curious, stop wasting time. Stop letting your kids get older. Stop letting your credit card bills get higher. Stop getting exhausted from work. Stop getting worn down. Like, send me a message and let's talk about this, because there's nothing special about me except Jesus loves me and I love my kid more than anything, and I wanted to be home with her, and I'm a hard worker. I'm not more talented than anybody, but I will outwork you. I will outwork them all. Because I have a very good work ethic. And I know there's lots of you guys. My God, if you're a mom, most likely you've got a good work ethic because you have to have it to stay alive, right? Alright, guys. Best opportunity ever. And I have to keep sharing it with you because it's my duty. And it's also my duty to tell you that Jesus loves you. I believe he died on the cross to save you. I believe he's the way to get to heaven. And if you don't believe that, I'm still going to love you anyhow. But that is what I feel, that is my first duty to you. My second duty is to tell you that Farmasi will change your life if you let it. Alright, guys. I feel like I preached a little bit. So, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about the preaching. Send me a message. Let's talk about this. Share my video if you want to share it. I really am not going to be a preacher, but I feel like I got fired up. Alright. Oh, and I got a lot of hearts and a lot of likes. Alright, guys. I'm a complete goofball. If I can do this, surely to heavens, anybody can do it. Alright. Peace out, bros.